those magnificent men in their flying machines. They go up to the up, up, they go down to the up, down.
Hiya, right. We've just got time to do this before I go to lunch. Right, so we're going to do the aelerons. Right, so just before that, if you notice here, like I said before, I dressed the wings ready to cover. I hate doing this bit, so you know, it's just that, so it's like I explained in the previous video, so that you can get easier to cover it, you know, when it comes to marking out things and stuff like that, you know. So that's them done there. Right, so let's put the aileron. Right, so the aileron, these are really quite, there's not a lot to this. I might add all these scraps. This is all scraps that I just cut off the fuse. So it proves to you it does come in handy. Hence why there's a big space, but it'll do. It's not really, you know the score here. You just, it's the same as usual. But somebody did bark saying you don't actually do the whole covering, you just do half and bits. I'm like, God, you know, I thought it had been quite self-explanatory. But so here we are. One whole piece, right? Okay. It wants me to go wrong now. Might jelly a laugh, and you might get a laugh at her. I have had a cough out of her where she's videoing me in camera, but she doesn't tell us about as far as it'll go. Right, so okay, right, so we've got that nice big sheet like that, eh? Obviously you measure it, but I haven't got really time, so right. I better take my time actually. There you go. Okay, like I said with the sharp scissors, but you can overlap this one. Always do the bottom of everything first, I might add. You know, that's the golden rule. Do the bottom of the wings, do the bottom of, you know, so you've got, I don't know what that is. I think it's something to do when it's in flight. They don't peel off, which I find a bit bizarre myself, but there you go. I'm sure somebody will argue with me about it, but I ain't really bothered. Okay, I'm a bit hungry now. Right, so you've cut that angle there, obviously because you've got that to deal with. You cut your corners. That's a good job. That's what I do at work, cut corners. Yay, jelly. No, I'll get sacked now, you watch. Not unbothered. I should be, I suppose. Right, so just do this, right. Okay. I started this at 25 to 2. Okay. So, what I was saying before when I said that people make it look easy. Well, okay. It is easy when you know how. It's the same old story. Once you know it, it's easy. But I must admit, if you persevere with it and prepare yourself to accept to make mistakes along the way, which you will do, everyone does when they're learning something new. It's only human nature, I believe. Okay, but you will get it in the end, and when you get it, you'll be like, wow. And then, like I said, you can see the pleasure I got out of when I finished the fuselage, even being under the pressure of doing it on a video, you know. Okay, but you can, it really is nice, you know, to get that joy. I think it's mainly because you've spent so much time building the plane, you know, and then obviously, you know, it's like they say, I always argue, and it being the time sort of decorate, I suppose I would have this argument, but you know, these people spend thousands and thousands of pounds on building a house, okay, when you see these makeover shows, and they spend a fortune on it, and they get all the professionals in to do it, and then what do they do at the end? They decorate it themselves. And you know what, I don't know how good the bricklayer is, or the plasterer, how you put the paint on afterwards. And it just amazes me how they do that, to just save a few dollars, you know. So it's the same with the building, like, you can build the plane beautiful, and then when you come to cover it, you know, alright, by all means you get someone else to do it if you want, that would be good. But then you might as well buy an already to fly plane, I suppose that's why they do it. But when you've built it all, you know, stop playing, I'm just trying to concentrate. Oh yeah, heat seal that down there on the hinges, okay, because it's easier to cut them, okay, with a very sharp blade. And don't try and pull it away, because like I see with Solatex, it's not forgiving at all, okay. Or Auratex is just the same really. Solatex don't exist anymore. So yeah, back to the covering lock. I would say that once you've covered a plane, you get that sense of, like, well, I do anyway, you get of achievement, if that makes sense, and closure. I suppose that's a good word, Anna, to put it, because obviously you're coming to the end of the build. So that's why, I know, like I said in the previous video, my favourite part of the building, of all building it, is the covering. I just love it, man. I just think it's the best bit since sliced bread. Because that's the decorator bit of me in it. I wouldn't know. Okay, I don't like spraying them though. That's to be done. Right, so that's your bottom half, okay? Again, leave it till you've done the top half so don't warp. Okay, and like I said there, see, look, you put that piece in first, and now, next piece is here. Okay. Okay, you've obviously measured it, roughly cut the size. Like I did on the fuse, get your pencil. Okay, just gently mark it there, like so. Okay, get your scalpel. Don't cut the same length, just cut a little bit in. Because like I said, it's not forgiving, so that's ideal in this case. You've got to get it over there. Do that. Right. See, there you go, look, see? Well, jelly, I'm actually going to do a whole one. Can't bloody know now. Yeah, we're taking our pet Incy to dinner. He's going to love it. Our little pet spider Incy, he's really nice. He's really nice. He prefers my jelly over me though, so... so, favourite. I got him originally. He was my pet originally, and he's now gone off to bloody my jelly. Because she feeds him ice cream every night. Right. So we got, again, let's just repeat the process. Okay. But this does a little slightly different this time around. Because you don't want any overlapping, you can't afford that. So you go, so you see there, just cut it at the angle slightly lower than the width of the wing there. Chop that, so it's out of the way, okay? Same with this, it doesn't matter about this really. See, my scissors are going blunt. Nice sharp scissors would just slice that, which would be a better finish, but it doesn't matter. Okay. See, that's no good. Right. Yeah, I'll do it the professional way, shall I? Professional? Me? I don't think so. Okay, right. That's okay, right. There's a slight difference, believe me. Right, so trim it there like you do. Another one, 4 points again. Now, just use the edge of the scissors to get a nice cut. See how you use the edge of the scissors, wrap it around it like so. That's the difference for this one. I mean, you can use a blade. I should have shown you how to do it with a blade, but personally, if you've got sharp scissors. If you're using a blade, you would seam it over and cut it like I showed you on the previous one, but I prefer to do it this way. You don't run the risk of going into the other part of the solar text you've already done. Making a hole, in other words. Okay, right, we're almost there. So that one there, you've done there, haven't you? Right. Okay, so it's really just repeating the process here. Okay, cut the edge off there, like so. Iron it over. Okay. We're almost there, jelly bee, we're almost there. Let's see. Yeah. We're almost there. As I've done the other four, which I'm really pleased about. So I find these quite monotonous. Out of all the covering like aelerons, you wait till you make a triplane, Jesus, and you really know it. You know it all then. It's triple of everything. Oh. That tests your metal. Right, final bit here. And like I said, don't iron them on, just don't buy them. So you iron and buy them there. Almost there. Okay. One gentle trim there, like so. Okay, that's that one. Two, and the last one of the sopwith camel aelerons. Just there, right. See how it's not forgiving at all, is it? See that? It's got to be careful. Quick, do that now. The last aileron of the sopwith camel, because I've done the other three, as you could guess. So we just, this is how easy it is, look, see? So that. So here's one I made earlier. Okay. See, look at that. Hot stuff, baby. And again, it doesn't matter about the dirt on the bottom because it's getting sprayed. So you're alright with that. Okay, and that took all of exactly 10 minutes. Okay, so when you do get good at it, ladies and gentlemen, you know, because you'll be thinking to yourself, how long have I got before I have to get dragged out to dinner? And then you think, I've got just enough time to do this. Jelly! Right, so turn that off. So there you have it. That goes with the rest. And obviously when they go back, you put the pins in. So that's them all up there. See, look, just to prove I'm not lying, all 4. Right, that's that. Okay. So, I'm going to download these whilst I'm eating, and then hopefully by sometime midnight tonight they'll go on. Jelly! Okay. And very much thanks to my camera lady for putting up with all this chat. Alright, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Bye!
Those magnificent men, those magnificent men, those magnificent men in the flying machine.